my two brothers that introduced me to football and taught me the game. I'm not sure if they did it because they wanted me to play football or they just wanted another tackling done. It was great. For my sisters that always kind of patched me back together and stood by me. And to my mom, you know, I get a lot of questions from people as I was playing football, and they said, you know, where'd you get your moves from? How'd you learn those jukes and that? And, you know, when you're 4 or 5 years old, and you're sitting in your room, and you've done something that you weren't supposed to, and your mom shows up, and she's in the doorway with a wooden spoon, and she means business, you learn how to fake half that. And seriously, my mom was always there. She always told me to believe and to dream in things and not listen to any doubters or naysayers. And so I really appreciate that. My father, who passed away in January of 2016, who I know is smiling down and very proud of me. You know, we talk about how professional athletes shouldn't be role models. I don't think that's the case. I think they should be because they show you things that you can do on the field and how to prepare. But what you need is someone that shows you how to do the right thing off the field. And that's what my father was. And, you know, he was always there for me, and I really appreciate all the things he did for me. And I want to give a special shout out to my sister, Vicki. When I was a freshman at VMI, my first 3 games I didn't play, mostly mop-up duty. And her wedding was the 4th week, and we were about to play at the University of Virginia. And I said to my coaches, I'm going to go home, my sister's getting married. And they said, well, we think you should stay, you're going to get a lot of playing time. And I was skeptical because I hadn't seen a lot. So I called and talked to her and told her that I was planning on staying and not going to the wedding. And you know what, she said, hey, that's fine, pursue your dreams, we want you to step up and do what you think is best. And 10 minutes before the game, the coaches came to me and said, we're going to make you the starter this week. And I went for 86 yards and 2 touchdowns, and I was the starter ever since then. So, you know, I really appreciate that. And finally, you know, I want to thank the coaches that were in my life. You know, I know it sounds crazy, but my Little League coach, he was a great guy, Dan Wellborn. You know, he didn't have kids that played sports, but he came out and coached, and I think he coached Ronnie Vikings Little League football for like 12 or 13 years. And I didn't realize how important that was until after I started working and realized here's somebody that gave up their time and came out and helped the kids. I also want to thank my high school coaches. I see you know, Mr. Slater's here, and he was my JV coach after I had some injuries as a freshman and helped me fall in love with the game and taught me, you know, what it meant to be tough-nosed and to really have pride, man-on-man pride while you're out there. And then finally, Coach Kaplan. When I was in 5th, 6th, and 7th grade, you know, I know everybody talks about the Red Raiders. They used to really beat the snot out of Ronnie Quick. And, you know, we're sitting there and we said that wasn't going to happen to us again. But really what it was is Ronnie Quick had the talent. We just didn't have the discipline. And Mr. Kaplan came along and he brought discipline, a lot of discipline. And, you know, one thing that he didn't know that I just wanted to say to him, he gave us this t-shirt at the beginning of camp, 2-a-days, that said, pay the price to reach the top. It had a question mark on it. And we ran in those things and they were smelly and dirty and everything else. But what he didn't realize is that for 50 games after I left Ronnie Quick, I wore that t-shirt every game. And it was a little bit tough because I think when I graduated from Ronnie Quick, I was 165 pounds. By the time I was a junior at VMI, I was 235, so the t-shirt was but I still wore it because, you know, it meant a lot to me. And then finally, I just want to say thanks to my son because I think this is the first time that he's actually used his phone for something with me as opposed to his